Hey everyone, it's the Underdog Research Channel. Sometimes you just got to talk. Today, I had a conversation with Black Rue Investing. You ever wonder what we talk about offline? Well, you get to find out. Our first episode today of Offline Discussion is Black Rue, Black Rue Investing, and myself just having a conversation about topics that we find interesting, and maybe you'll find it interesting too. So check out our offline video for the first episode. If you like this information, leave a comment, let us know what you think. And if you want to keep getting that information offline, let us know. So this is what we said. Just talk like you're doing. That's
sure. And I was just thinking, like, why don't we have a different time horizon for crypto, right? Like, especially since we see all these different people, like BlackRock here, right? Like, that should give us like everything that people wanted. Well, stocks are regulated, right? Stocks are regulated. Okay, well, now we have BlackRock here investing. Now we have Van Eck investing. Now we have ARK investing. Why is this not something now that you can pull the trigger on and be willing to wait at least 5 years?
But I think, I think because people don't even know who those names are, we get the fact that these names are big. Some of these people I don't recognize. For me, it's like if you're they're shopping, they want proof. They want someone to do this thing and get into the market, make all this money with no downfall, with no one losing money. That's just not realistic. And I think that's the issue. Why not talk about what is BlackRock? It's even though everyone should know what BlackRock is, we're making assumptions. Can't we just talk about that and say, okay, BlackRock is this? Because if people better understand it, maybe they'll have that conversation. But they don't trust crypto, they don't trust blockchain, and they definitely don't trust when they feel like we're speaking over their head.
And see, that's the thing. And that's what I kind of learned is like, okay, there's levels to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's levels to news, there's levels to everything that people are presented, right? So when you say Warren Buffett to someone, then automatically they're like, okay, if Warren Buffett's doing something, I need to be involved. But then you say BlackRock, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a stock investor, you probably don't know who that is, right?
And it's generational too, because Warren Buffett is older. Elon Musk is the people they're looking at now, and he's getting a little bit old. So how do we need to identify who is the millennial leader in this space? Who is the what's it, Gen Z? What's it next underneath that?
Yeah.
No, it's A or G or something.
I don't know who's under Z.
But yeah. I think it's like A, but I think that's the problem. We know these individuals, but they're older. I think that's the problem. We got to educate people to understand who these people are. To them, they're just an 80-year-old man talking. They're not even listening for them.
And see, even still, if we use Elon Musk as an example, right?
Okay.
Tesla has Bitcoin. Elon Musk
does it really though?
Yeah, it does.
But they don't talk about it that much.
Of course, because that's the levels of the news, right? That's the levels of the news. Like people don't hear about that, so they're not on that level. But if you say it to somebody, oh well, Shaq did this, right? And they're on the level that they know, okay, Shaq lost all his money in FTX, right?
But what does that have to do with Elon Musk, though? That's why, how do they be connecting that together? Elon Musk and Bitcoin and Shaq loses money in an exchange called FTX. To me, they don't even have anything to do with each other.
The popular opinion. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's the popular opinion. Like, okay, Elon invests in something. Okay, I need to have it. And if the news kind of frames it in, okay, well, Elon invested in this. Okay, whatever. What is it? I need to do it. I need to invest in it.
It has to be good because Elon did it.
Right. And go ahead.
No, I don't want to interrupt you. If you think about the mentality, it's crazy. First of all, Elon Musk is not even originally from the United States. Did you know that?
Yes.
I didn't know that. So he had a different upbringing. And then he came to the United States, and then he's the richest man in the world. Is that right?
I don't know. Maybe so.
I think he's one of the richest men in the world. So how does his investment in something look like mine? Because right now, I didn't go to a private school. I couldn't afford a private school. So someone who went to a private school who their parents paid $100,000 a year their whole life, they had a different upbringing than me. So why are we listening to advice from a billionaire? Oh, I know he's at least a billionaire. We're listening to advice from a billionaire who can invest in Dogecoin and it doesn't do anything at all and lose it. He don't care. His interest is more than most of the people in America. The interest off his money is more than most of our salary. So why do we even care what he invests in?
I think it's most people think, they see certain themselves out of certain people, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, 50 Cent made it out of the mud, you know what I mean? And 50 invested in it. Why can't I? Same thing, like, okay, well, Taylor Swift to some people, Taylor Swift, okay, I'm this person. I look like this person. Maybe
That's
I
it.
would. Yeah, so
that's it. That's the real reason, because they identify with them.
Exactly. And you look at, like, I think there's a certain FTX, if you look at it and how it was put together and how it downfalled, like, they took one person from every kind of walk of life, right?
Yes.
So there was a Tom Brady.
Yes.
There was a Stephen Curry. There was a Shaq. There was a Larry David. They had everybody kind of
on it.
Kevin O'Leary. They had everyone represented in FTX. So it's very interesting that kind of downfall, right? So it's like, okay.
Yeah. But it speaks volume, though. If the people with all the money got bamboozled, or did they? See, that's the thing about it. Are you telling me, and I'm going to use FTX for example, that all the watchers of public money, all these millionaires and billionaires you just named, that nobody knew what was going on behind the scenes? I feel like he was a scapegoat. They was getting their pockets lined up. He was a scapegoat.
Exactly. I feel like they were all scapegoats. And you look at, like, does it really look like Shaq or Tom Brady are worried that they lost money in FTX? Doesn't seem so to me. And
exactly. They don't care.
They don't. They don't. And then back to the whole levels of the news, right? Well, if crypto was such a bad thing, then why did BlackRock start their own ETF, their own Bitcoin ETF? It was such a bad thing. Why does Ethereum have an ETF coming up? Why are people converting US dollars, quote unquote, US dollars, into Bitcoin and Ethereum? Why is that happening then, if it's such a bad thing?
And that's one thing. Okay, you got to help me with this. I know you got to do a show here, but you got to help me with this one thing. It's killing me. It's killing me. We look at crypto, blockchain, whatever your vice is, meme coins, and then we apply token analysis based on stock market principles. One, they have no business to be in there. In my personal opinion, I don't know why we do technical analysis on it, because it fluctuates too much, but we're using stock market principles, some from the 40s and 30s, before crypto was ever thought about. And we're looking at the RSI and its double shoulder. All right, let's just assume that is accurate, which I don't know if I really rock with that, but let's say assume it. Why is it that we can't just simply look at the fact that these people with money that we try to identify with, the celebrityism, we invest, brands invest in celebrities. We've been doing it. We're conditioned to it. We see Beyonce, we see whoever, we see the glamour. And so we do what they tell us. All right. Why is it that they don't look at the same market prices as the economy? I see it clearly. If we use technical analysis to see the ups and downs of a platform, these people with money use the ups and downs of the economy, the ups and downs of companies, the profit margin, the books, to make decisions on when to invest low and high. It happens over and over again. And so I don't get it, Black Roo. I really don't get why we should identify with them. I don't personally. Honestly, I put my pants on the same way they do. I could care less. I listen because I know they make more money than I do, but I don't listen to all the stuff they say because they have no interest that are same as mine. We have two different lives.
Yeah, I know, but I know, but I think most people it's like, okay, let's take Kevin Hart for example. It's like, okay, smaller dude, funny.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, if this smaller, funny dude made it,
I can too.
I can too. And maybe,
What
maybe,
he do to make it though? What he do to make it though? What did he do to make it though? There's some
that's a
accusations out there.
that's a whole different can of worms right there, bro.
There's some accusations.
A whole different can of worms there, bro.
You got to tell Diddy no. You got to tell him no.
For sure, bro. For sure, bro. But I think that's really it. Like people are like, okay, they empathize or sympathize with someone that might have had the same conditions, but also at the same time, we're thought to look at like, oh well, Warren Buffett, he's this like, and certain people that we're thrown like the Warren Buffetts, the Michael Saylors, the Kathy Woods. Like we already went and saw how like Tim Draper probably has more money than all of them. Just as accomplished, but we never hear about him. Why is that? So I think there's levels to this news game where it's like, okay, they study and understand psychology, popular opinion, and what actually appeals to us.
Yes.
And that's what they give us, right?
Yes.
Is the news actually for us to know, or is the news actually for them to further manipulate us? Like,
yes.
Are they, running game, right?
But they are. We know why. It's not a conspiracy anymore.
But I don't think the people know that. Like people are used to getting the paper. They're used to getting the news. Okay, just like, okay, well, I'm used to learning this in school. I'm never going to question it. This is the source. This is the source of truth. Like you don't even think about it.
Well, I
think about it.
I'm gonna disagree with you. But I'm gonna come back because I don't disagree with you often. I think we do know. I think it's generational. I'm Generation X. I think you look like you're Generation X with me. We both got the beard and I see you got the dimples, and we get this when we're about Generation X. we got those smooth bodies, and you don't have no. Right. You hadn't experienced life yet. We didn't experience some life.
Right.
I earned every bit of these great.
Technically, I think I'm an old millennial, but like, I'm right there.
Okay, well, I know I'm Generation X. I was born in the 70s sometime, so I know I'm Generation X. But I digress. Look, we are conditioned. The younger generation right now doesn't listen to nobody, and if you understand, they care about companies and how companies contribute to the environment. And we don't really think about that. We came from a generation where we will stay with a job for a few years. The younger folks come from a generation, if you look at them funny, they gone. And our parents came from a generation that you actually got the gold watch at the end of your 40-year retirement. And then our grandparents were sharecroppers or forced labor, one of the two. And either way it goes, with these different generations are ideologies of conditioning. They listened. My parents listened to the newspaper. I didn't read the newspaper. I cannot sit here and honestly tell you, in my whole over 40 years of life, I sat down and read a newspaper from front to back. Never happened. Never happened.
See, I disagree a little bit in that the younger generation, I feel more than ever, is ran by likes and popular opinion. Because you look at,
I agree.
Everything is likes. Everything's how many people are following you, right? Like,
True.
So we in this day and age, I think we have a more of a conditioned followers.
I agree.
Popular opinion people.
I agree.
So if popular opinion tells you climate change is hurting our environment and things are hurting our environment, do you do research? Do you really go and you question that? Or do you?
But they're not in control. But they're not in control, though. Even though you're 100%, we're not even disagreeing. I believe you. You're 100% right. Social media is the new newspaper, though. That's what I'm saying. Social media likes, shares, tells you what to do. But these young folks don't own nothing. They don't own it.
They don't.
We're still in play.
However, like the old millennials and the Generation X, like you and I are, like we are like across cultures, black or white or whatever. I think we're more conditioned to be fact checkers or like
100.
or like
100.
okay, is this true? I'm not just going to automatically believe you because you're a popular opinion. And what I'm noticing is as much as the internet is a blessing in that we get information, you know, at our fingertips, it's kind of a gift and a curse. And to
Yes.
our generation, I think
Yes.
it's kind of a curse to popular opinion, because some people are beginning to notice like, okay, well, you know, I was told this, I was brought up this way, I learned this in the history books, but it doesn't seem like this is not lining up with my experience. And different people are really not enjoying certain things that are happening, occurring. And pull that forward to like crypto and different things that people were told, well, you know, this is a scam. Well, now we sit in a day where BlackRock has a crypto ETF, right? If you know who BlackRock is. But, you know, we sit in a day now that BlackRock has a crypto ETF. You know, ARK Invest, which people know who Kathy Wood. Some people know who Kathy Wood is.
Who's Kathy Wood? You keep assuming who's Kathy Wood, Black Roo. You keep saying these names. I don't know Kathy Wood.
She was one of the first initial investors in Tesla. She was one of the VC firms that really said, okay, Tesla's going to make it.
Is that the older Caucasian lady who looks kind of frail, or is that a younger lady? Now, she has to be older. She was investing in Tesla. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's older-ish. She's like 50, maybe like 50, like something.
Does she look good?
I mean, you know, she's great for her age. She's great for her age.
Good save. Good save. You're gonna be canceled. You're gonna get canceled.
Love you, Kathy.
Yep. Let's get off that.
So like Tesla, for instance, right? It's like, okay, she took a quote unquote chance on Tesla, when it's like, one would think, like, even in our Generation X, generation,
go ahead, come on to X. Come on to X.
Right.
You gotta
X. Yeah, I need to move over to X.
Go ahead and move over.
So it's like, even then we thought, okay, nobody's gonna ride an electric car. Like,
facts.
Do you know how much?
I had no idea.
People gas, like, and I'm from Detroit, so it's like, okay, like, man, we see Ford, GM, nobody's gonna ride an electrical car, and we see all the other businesses that relate and feed into the auto industry. We're like, electrical cars are never gonna make it. But look at us now. Look at where we are with these Teslas. And with the crypto market, it's kind of the same way. It's like, okay, we were told and we were thought to say, okay, nothing's going to replace the dollar. Nothing. Why would I invest in something that's going to replace
fake money? It's fake money. That's what it is.
But we fell for some people fell for the fake in that it was a replacement. But it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. Really, it's an improvement and enhancement in the current system.
Oh, speaking facts. Don't preach. 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 All right.
But people don't understand that. People don't understand that. But there's levels again to the game.
Who's people? Who's people? You keep saying people. Who's the people you talking about? No, don't do it. No, you don't get canceled. No, I don't. I like to watch you. Don't cancel.
I would say
don't do it.
People that don't. I would say it's people that aren't skeptical. People that do not look beyond. Yeah,
I can see the SEC right now just leaning in. What are you about to say?
Right? People that don't look beyond the surface and the popular opinion. And I think with Generation X, Generation Millennial.
Yeah,
I think we are more apt to do that than the generations below us or younger than us.
that's
right?
true.
Um,
Now you meant below. You gonna get canceled. You say below. You say you try Black Rule Investment. Let me look at Black Rule Investment. You can find me at Ruel Podcast.
right, right,
No, he didn't mean it that way. He just said it wrong.
right, right. So I'm really, yeah, and I think that's purposeful, right? I think it's easier to control a generation that feels more like, okay, popularity, likes, follows is important. So that breeds a generation that's more, that will find it very hard to go against the popular opinion, even more than our generation, right? Because peer
Facts.
pressure has always been out there, right? It's always been a thing. But now it's like, okay, socially, now you can be like shunned, or you can feel bad by like this one person that you don't even know, that's nowhere near you, disliking your video or leaving you a bad comment. So now that system kind of breeds having people more in line to follow the popular opinion than our generation, I feel.
Woo! Hey, you done drop some stuff. You know what? This is. I feel bad because this is the type of conversation we have all the time offline. Matter of fact, this should be called the offline. If you are tuning in, you are watching the first episode of Offline with Ruel Black and Underdog. We even shorten our names like Death Row. You just call us Row. Just call us Row. This is the conversation.
Offline. I like
Offline.
that.
This is offline. So you will see this posted on your platforms offline with Black Rue and Underdog. And it's so crazy. You said something a minute ago, and I just want to touch on it. I know you have a show to go do. You said that electric cars and people like us, I'm going to call us petroleum heads. So I'm going to call us petroleum heads. We saw that and said, never going to happen. All right. I'm going to make a point with that. In the 1980s, I was sitting there and as a young man at my mom and dad's house on the floor, and there was an advertisement for bottled water. And I'm a country boy. There's an advertisement for a bottled water, and I'm gonna tell you the story for the first episode of Offline with Ruel Black. I looked at my mama. I said, "Mama, mama," and we had the antennas. I'm going back. That's analog. They said they gonna sell bottled water, and we laughed and we laughed. And I said, "Look, mama," and I went in the kitchen. And I got a piece of aluminum foil and I filled up a cup of water. Like, look, mama, buy it from me for 50 cents. Now, bottled water was the biggest industry ever hit the United States and in the world, bottled water industry. 50 Cent had his own bottled water as well. And I think it was called Vita Water. He sold that brand. The thing about knowledge technology is when you're in it at the time, it takes visionaries to see it before it becomes the thing. And then we always talk about, I wish I got Apple. Apple is long gone. Nobody even think about that no more. I don't even say it no more. It's long gone. Here's the thing I heard the other day, recently, that said what you just said. I used a bottled water, for example, right now. I was watching this interview by a billionaire CEO for this particular company, and I'll be bringing it out in our research with. And I told you about it. Black Rue gets it because we partner like that. But I'm not gonna let y'all know. Y'all gotta wait for the video to come out. So. And he said something that was interesting. He was talking about acquisition of technology. I'm going to keep it high level because I don't want to spoil it. And they was asked by an interviewer about crypto, a particular section of it. And they says, hey, the big brands should be jumping all over this. When do you see this happening in 2024, 2025? And he says, I bet you'll have all kind of people knocking down your door. And this is what this billionaire said. He says, actually, no. And I was shocked. He says, no, the big brands aren't trying to acquire this yet. He says, because we are. The smaller brands, we brought in $20 billion last year. That was small. And we got 15% in the market share of this niche. And it's only 15% of the industry we're in. However, when we get to a higher number, they brought in $20 billion and that was considered small.
Yeah.
We anticipate in the next 5 years, a big brand who wants to stay in business to come and acquire us that piece because we've already built it out for them. So we are building brands before brands realize that they need to be built. We can't ignore $20 billion and leave it out there. So even though this segment of our business is small, like electric cars was at the time they first announced it, even though that segment is small, we still have to do something about it and have a little, as a Shark Tank says, Mr. Wonderful, stick my beak in it. I need a little taste of it because why leave the money on the table? Because if it's given a 15% acquisition of market and we brought in $20 billion from that 15%, why wouldn't we do it? That's how we got to look at blockchain, crypto, the people. And I think it's a problem too. I'm starting to change my perspective. Meme coins. I'm a technical guy. You ask me about a meme coin on any day, I would be like, you got to be kidding me. I'm not putting a dollar, a dime, a cent in anything that just got a picture of it. But I changed. I transitioned because I have to think about the entry level of someone who's not as technical as I am. Not everyone's going to talk like me and Black Roo and talk about, hey, Black Roo, did you see the connection in Indonesia with it? They don't want to know that. All they want to know is it made me laugh. And as simple as, go ahead, Black Roo. As simple as that sounds. That's it.
Again, that's appealing to Generation Z and under, right? It's all about what's popular. What's more popular? What
popularity?
What makes me laugh? What do I like? Who like is Andrew Tate behind it? Oh, okay, I got you. I like Andrew Tate. I like him. He makes
Could you say that again? Can you say that in the camera again? One more time, ladies. Let's everybody get quiet real quick. Everybody get quiet. Black Roo Investing. Who do you like again?
I'm a fan of Mr. Tate there. But see, that's what I'm saying. Though it's like this is the modern culture. Like, okay, Iggy Azalea has a token. Okay, I know her. I listen to her music. Let me go get it.
All right. I'm putting you in trouble. I'm getting you in trouble today.
I wish. I'm a free agent though. I wish.
Are you feeling lonely?
Give me a call.
Are you feeling lonely? Are your crypto bags yet to go to the next level? Try Black Roo Investing.
Seriously, bro. That's like this is the modern age right now where it's like, okay, my favorite influencer is pumping this. I like him. I'll put my money into it. Like literally.
You're right though. I had go ahead.
Which is like, okay, which makes me think, why can't you give a super chat to your favorite crypto, influencer, right?
Wait a second. You're not gonna skip that. Hold a second. Black Roo, you got 3 minutes because you have a show to do. You're not gonna skip on it. Could you repeat that?
Why can't you give a super chat to your favorite, influencer, right? Be it crypto or whatever, right? But
why can't be a favorite one? Why can't it be small ones like me and you? I need a super chat. Can I get paid for my work? Is that okay with y'all?
I do too, bro. I do too, bro. But this is the age we're in, and just like we were talking about it before here, like I was watching this video where someone was saying put $1,000 in Nvidia now, and you'll get 750K. I watched it. It's a little bit disingenuous in the title, but it's like you if you had invested $1,000 in Nvidia in 2004, right? Here today in 2024, it would be 750K, right? So that's 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, if you put $1,000 there, you would have 750K. So why can't people have that same thought with crypto, right? Like 20-year horizon, this is what's next. I put my money here. I wait. But no, 10% down, 15% down. Oh my God, this crypto thing is a scam. Let me get my money out. Right?
It's like pulling teeth. You try and get somebody to invest, it's like pulling teeth, but we'll put our money in junk food. But you can't. It makes no sense to me.
I
It
will
makes no
spend
sense.
$25 at like Five Guys for a burger, but I can't put $25 into a crypto investment.
Black Rue. That is what I'm saying. What you're saying is so true. It is beyond me how we are in a space where we both firsthand have seen that people put value in things that have no value, but they put zero value in the thing that could give you everything. There is no way that you're watching our platforms and you haven't made at least 100x on anything we talk about. There's absolutely no. If I would like anybody, I'm not even mad about it. Go through. I've done 450 videos. How many videos have you done? Because you could do way more than me.
350.
350. Yeah. You've done 350 videos. Your videos are not just an hour long. I'm challenge anyone to go through every topic and find one instance of there's nothing we've talked about that hasn't given them some type of increase of 100%. There's nothing we've talked about. It's crazy to me. Crazy. All right, Black Root, you got to get going, man. You have a show to do.
All right, then, brother.
All right. You want this? This is the first offline. Would you like the copy of this? And I'm gonna put it out there if you don't mind.
Sure, I don't mind.
All right, I'll put the and I'm about to tune in. But yeah, I appreciate you talking with me, and it's good to talk to you. And let's do this again.
For sure.
All right. Take care.
Peace.
Peace. All right, that was it. What do you think about our first episode of Offline? If you like that type of content, you want to get research such as that and conversations and discussions with me and people that we rock with in the group like Black Roo, then leave a message, support their research, leave your super chats, leave your super thanks, and keep getting information raw and unfiltered right here as you got on today's episode of Offline. Hope you like it, and I'll see you in the cyberspace. Out.